or saying anything.
Right.
Like I said, you're essentially a fence post. That's why we call it posting. But then there's going to be moments where you're going to, like, if she wins this or if she bites us the way I want her to, then what you'll do is you'll grab like her chain, or let's put a short, where's the tab? Yeah, right here. We'll put something short on her chain like that, and then what you'll do when I tell you to have her carry it, she's already ready, is you'll just grab the yellow leash and just run her in a circle. Okay. You'll just do some circles around the room until I tell you otherwise. And basically what that is like a victory lap. It's teaching her that she gets to parade around, and it teaches actually, it helps develop a little bit of possessiveness, which is what we want for the bike work. So to start with, like, my style, like I talked about before, is with kind of taking a martial arts approach, is we're developing the mechanics first. So there's no adversarial act here. This isn't like a game of intimidation or anything like that.
Yeah.
And so as I develop the mechanics, like we go through different types of equipment and so forth, and as we start developing the mechanics, then we start teaching targeting so she can target different areas of the body. Then we start changing out the equipment again, and I can put on a bite suit. I'll start with bike pants or a jacket or something like that. And once we get onto the jacket or the pants, the bite suit, or a sleeve, then we start bringing in outing and so forth, the control work, which she would probably do right now.
Yeah.
She already has a pretty decent out. I've been working on that just with just through play.
Yeah.
But again, I just don't want there to be any control work at all. I want her to be thinking that she's totally free, that she gets to completely let loose right now. So what I'll have you do, you haven't posted before, right?
No.
So if I have your leash, a good way to post or to hold the leash is to wrap it around behind you and hold and push. For me, it would be my right hand. I would push it into my hip. Okay. This is what kind of locks it in position. And then the side that's facing away from me, that back leg is going to stay perpendicular, and that back foot is going to be perpendicular, and then the front foot is always going to be pointing in my direction. Okay. So she's going to be like this. As I move, you can move this way. Okay. So you're more active than a fence post, essentially. Okay? And as she pulls you, because we're using, it's wrapped around your hips, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to sit back and put all your weight into that back foot. Okay? And then this hand out here is just sort of guiding the leash. But what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of agitation to see how much she pulls you and to see how much control you have. Yeah. And then, as we develop, essentially what I will do as the decoy and working her is that I come up with an imaginary line. Once I know you have control and she's not pulling you, like with Opal, she's going to be safe, so I'm not going to be at risk. But if this is a dog that really wants to bite for real, I need to know that there's never a moment where this is going to happen. Because if I'm working a line, I'm working it just inches in front of her muzzle. And if there's a moment where you do this, now that's just enough to get somebody bitten. Yeah. So, make sense so far? Yes. All right. So now I'm just going to tease her. I'm just going to play a little bit so you can post just like we talked about. And I'll see if I can get her interested. And I put this on a leash just to get her going for a little bit. So sit back on that back leg. So I'm teasing her to add some possessiveness, to increase the desire, till she gets it. Now I see how she really wants it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's gonna hold on there.
When she grips, do you want me releasing tension or no?
Just keep it the same. This
Okay.
same. Yeah. So then, go ahead and come off the leash. Grab hold of this. And stay tight. Just tight with the harness. So what I'm doing, she started losing the grip a little bit. So I'm teasing her, stimulating her with these pats, with the audible stimulation that I'm doing. There we go. Now go ahead, just run her in circles. Just keep her head up. And it'll be some work until she gets used to doing it. You can talk to her, tell her. So instead, as time goes on, instead of her thrashing it into the ground, she's going to learn to feel comfort in just shaking it in the air. And then now that she's dropped it, you can post up over there again. Good. That was a good start. That's way more than most dogs will do their first time.
Yeah.
Way more. It's hard to believe.
She's like, oh yeah, let's do it again.
It's hard to believe she's almost 4 years old, you know? Usually if you start a dog at this age, it's like, you're not likely to get a lot out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's gonna be the perfect dog. She has one leg left.
There you go. So post, sit into that back leg. There we go. So that was her first real target. See how I created the distance by taking those big misses? So she has to turn around and think about where she's heading to next. So now I just want her to settle into the bite a little bit. And I'm going to ask for a rebite here, so she gets a little deeper in her mouth. So she should come forward into it, like that.
Because in a bite, you
Now
don't
take it
want
around.
them doing this much tug, right? You want it to be more like,
Talk to her, talk to her.
Good girl! Good girl!
Let's go. Good girl. Good girl.
You see how she's got a nice carry now?
Yeah.
So already, just our second time, she's already feeling like, okay, this is satisfying if I can just keep it in my mouth.
Good girl. Good job. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl.
And I'll answer your question in a second. So, come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
And then now you can stop back in that corner. And if you just pause and lift up her head. There you go, perfect. Now just hold her there. A lot of times they want to jump ahead.
Yeah.
In those moments, if she tries, all you have to do is take a step backwards.
Okay.
And then when I come to get the tug, I just come in and I take it calmly. So she's not learning to chase this part of the game.
Okay.
See how she just took it? Or
Yeah.
allowed me to take it? No. You see how I don't flinch there either? When she
'Cause
jumped
that's
for it?
like-
Yeah, because then she
Chase.
feels like she can manipulate it. She can drive it. And
Okay.
then she'll start to cheat. Go ahead. Good. So obviously there's no commands yet at this point. And I know environmentally, like a lot of dogs, you're not going to be able to have a stick like this right in the beginning. Some you can, but some you can't. But her, she's like,
Confident.
yeah. So there we got a rebite. Go ahead and grab the leash. Pull her out. Now hold her back. Does she let go? Oh, there we go. Now I'm going to have you grab our leash right away. And we're going to make this one short because she's starting to tire out.
Good girl, let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Good job. Let's go. Good girl. Good job. Good job. Good girl. Good job.
And then go ahead and post back up over there. And now just keep her head high. Perfect. We'll do one more. I'm going to agitate her in a similar way. But this time, we're going to finish with just a little bit of a chase.
Okay.
So when I do those misses, I'll say bring her in, or let her. And that's going to turn into a little dragon. Okay, that will come in later. But basically what that means now is you're just going to let her pull you forward.
Okay.
So now she's feeling like I can go get it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then down the road, that will turn into send her, let her go. And you'll drop the leash and she can go in a dead sprint.
Okay.
But to start with, we'll just do a little dragon. And then after that, I'll put her in the kennel for a half hour or so to just chill with some water. And then that'll be the way we wrap up the session. I'd like to get a bark out of her, but I don't think it'll happen yet today. Well, maybe. Maybe. There we go. So go ahead and let her carry this one. I'll go with you. Just because it was a nice deep bite, we'll try to do one more.
Okay.
Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl.
And of course, we'll go out to the front training area so we have more space as we do more of this.
Okay.
Good girl.
See, she's already getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. One more?
Yeah.
One more? And if she barks, I'm going to immediately reward that by coming in with a bark.
Look at this stool. This dog.
Good girl. Let her drag in. Keep going. Now just rub her around.
Good girl. Woo.
Very clean. Very clean. Look at how proudly she's carrying it now from never doing this before.
Heck yeah!
To already.
Best thing ever! Best thing ever! Good girl. Good girl.
There you go. And now I would just calmly put her in it down, but not with much control. Just talk her into it. Just guide her.
Down.
Good.
Good.
So then, I want everything here to look different. So I'm just going to calmly set this down over here so she can see the game's over. And that's it. You're free.